So I assume that if you're watching this, you're a member of the bookish community, so you already know that it's Banned Books Week this week. And instead of me doing some silly video or being drunk or whatever, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on banned books. I kind of think that banning books is a waste of somebody's time. Like, why are we trying to take To Kill a Mockingbird off the shelves instead of fighting a world where racism still exists, where things like white privilege still exist? If you don't believe me on that, Tim Weiss has a really excellent video on white privilege, and he also wrote a book called White Like Me. Really good. Like, why do we waste our time saying, you can't read this book, trying to restrict people's intellectual freedom instead of fighting things that need fighting, you know? Why do we waste our time trying to ban Twilight instead of fighting for equal pay, for equal work for females? You know, women still make, what is it, 80 cents on the dollar, 86 cents? I don't know. Somebody told me that it changed from 76 cents compared to every $1 that a guy makes. Like, why do we waste our time trying to ban these books instead of trying to bring in equal pay? And that's just one example. Or like, why do we try to ban Fahrenheit 451 or 1984 or Slaughterhouse-5? Actually, Slaughterhouse-5 is a great one. We try to ban that, and yet we still have this crazy war going on in Iraq or Afghanistan, one of those. Actually, both places. I have friends, military, family military, you know, so it kind of bothers me that we worry about these books and how they're affecting our youth when these youth just go on to fight in these wars. You know, why aren't we protesting that? Why aren't we trying to ban war instead of a book, which, you know, I think books can be pretty harmless. Sure, they can change your life outlook, but they're not, I don't know, they're not causing kids to go out in the street murdering people or anything like that. You know, why do we try to ban these books and yet we don't focus on clean water in other nations? You know, why are we banning books and not focusing on AIDS? I know it sounds so stupid, but I just had this guy come and talk in this class that I'm teaching last week on how AIDS is, like, expanding, like, it's affecting a lot more people than it used to be. You know, the cases are increasing. You know, you got these other countries, like third world African countries, where AIDS is huge. Like, why don't we focus on that instead of banning a book? I think these parents that try to ban books, try to take books out of the library, they need to focus on something better, you know, something that actually affects people instead of banning books. I know I sound a little bleeding heart right now, but that's just what I think. Like, I think banning books is a colossal waste of time. And I think if you're that passionate about an issue, about something, write to your government. Do something about the issue. Don't fucking focus on banning a book. Like, there are much better things you can do for your time. Why don't you crusade for equal rights for gay people instead of, I don't know, banning And Tango, is it? Makes 3, the one about the penguins? You know, why? Why do you focus on this stuff? I don't know. And I mean, I say this like you, as in I'm talking to a book banner, but obviously if you ban books, you're not watching this. Just, it's a huge waste of time banning books. And that's really all I have to say about it. I think there's better things in the world to worry about. That's it from me, you guys. I know it's really serious and not as silly as my other videos, but hey, this is an issue that's important to me, and the other ones that I mentioned are important to me. So, yeah, what do you guys think is a better use of time than banning books? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.